Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And this is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Right? So the day of the Lord, also known as Judgment Day, is going to be very destructive, man. Contrary to Christian belief, you know, where you get rainbows and, a white dude with long stringy hair riding on rainbows and clouds. No, man. The Lord's coming back as a dark skinned man with vengeance on his mind, ready to kill. And what you ignorantly call UFOs, man. Also known as the chariots of the Lord, man. The Lord is coming back with chariots of fire, just like he delivered us from Egypt then, man. Even though, we left Egypt, not in a chariot, but a chariot guided us, all right? So we're one day closer to the day of the Lord. But every time we see articles and these signs, man, we're one sign closer to the day of the Lord, all right? And this lesson is about a sign, that another sign, really, that we're closer, that we're in the end times, man. Because the day of the Lord is going to appear as a thief in the night, meaning nobody's going to expect it, you know. How many people do you see in the gates of the cities, heralding the return of the Lord, man? There's only Jake that you see doing it. So-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. The Israelites are doing it. You're not seeing Jewish people doing it. You might see some Christians on some corners holding a sign saying something like Chezi is coming, Jesus is coming, Jesus loves you, something like that, man. But they're not telling you he's coming back to destroy. So repent now while you still have the time to, man. All right. 2 Peter 3 and 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, right? Seeing that the Lord is coming back to destroy things, man, to destroy people, right? What manner of person are you to be, before that day comes, man? All right, the majority of people are just gonna rack up iniquity, until the Lord can't take it, and then He's gonna destroy them, man. People are not looking towards the Lord's mercy, or they think the Lord is just full of mercy, even though He is. They just think He's only merciful, right? But to be merciful, you gotta be capable of judgment too, right? You can't say an ant can't say to you, I'm gonna have mercy on you today, but tomorrow I'm gonna destroy you. It's just an ant, right? An ant's not capable of having mercy on a person, man, because it really can't harm a person. It could bite them at most, man, but that's it. I'm talking about one singular ant. Of course, thousands or hundreds of thousands of ants could destroy somebody, but nonetheless, in order to be merciful, you have to be able to destroy. If you bump somebody the wrong way, and this man is a trained professional fighter, right? And then and then instead of you being apologetic, say, "Oh, my bad," you're like, "Nigga, get out the way," and he just looks at you and just keeps walking. He's having mercy on you because he has the potential to destroy your ass, man. Talk about an average nigga in the world, man. All right, man of the Lord, that it doesn't count, man. Because if you're a man of the Lord will could train your hands where you could defeat anybody, man. Look how we did David and Goliath, man. Small example. But nonetheless, let me get to this sign real quick. And he says here, Florida earthquake, right? So about 100 miles east, or maybe 150 miles east of Orlando, earthquake hit, man. And this is rare, man. This is extremely rare, right? Because I put in Google, why don't earthquakes happen everywhere on Earth? Answer and explanation: earthquakes and volcanoes usually occur at the edges of tectonic plates. It is much less likely for these to occur in areas that aren't near plate boundaries, as the movement of the plates causes the events. Some volcanoes can occur in hotspots within plates, but these are less common, right? So I remember in school when I was a jit. I don't know if this is how true this is. I never really fact checked it. But what happens with earthquakes is these tectonic plates, they move and they basically crash or bump into each other, and that's what causes earthquakes. And this is why earthquakes don't last that long, man. Because it's just a rattle from two things crashing into each other, all right? But nonetheless, that's why they say earthquakes happen. Me personally, as a man, I believe earthquakes happen because of drilling, and it's basically excessive oil drilling or what they call it, fractioning, man, fracking, Salakia, which harms not harms the earth or makes the earth react, because the earth is a living thing, man. All right, the earth is a living thing. If you could plant a seed and something grows out of the dirt, and life grows out of the dirt, that means it's alive, man. All right. So this is why the scripture talks about the whole creation groaneth, because Esau's fucking everything up, not just Jake, man. He's fucking the plants, the environment, the elements, the animals, man. All that is getting fucked up. All that is crying out, man. Putting plastic in the ocean. Plastic doesn't belong really anywhere on Earth. Plastic is unnatural. You put plastic in the ocean that's not biodegradable, meaning it can't be degraded over time like that, man. All right, but I googled also tectonic plates map, and this is what came up, man. So this is a map of all the edges of tectonic plates, right? This is why you see. I don't know if you can see the mouse, but if you look at the North American plate and you look at the region of or near California, this is why California always gets hit with earthquakes, because it's near the edge of a tectonic plate, right? And this is why you see the Caribbean always get hit by earthquakes, because it's near the edge of a tectonic plate. But now Florida, by the Keys, and very South Florida by the Key West, is near a tectonic plate. But up by Orlando isn't really near a tectonic plate. So what we witnessed the other day in Florida, because I'm in South Florida too, but I didn't feel anything, and I believe it was in the middle of the night. Oh, it happened around 11 p.m. on Wednesday, 100 miles east of Cape Canaveral, Florida. The depth was 6 miles. All right, but yeah, I didn't feel anything. But if it happened at 11 at night in North Florida and I'm in South Florida, I'm not gonna feel anything. This is Matthew, chapter 24, I'm starting at verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Right. So when we go, let's go into that word world, because this word world is really not the end of where everything in the world is going to be destroyed, but really the end of an age, man. All right, an eon, man. Eon in the Greek, forever, an unbroken age, perpetuity of time, eternity, the world's universe, a period of time and age. All right, so we're coming to the end of the age of Esau Edom's rulership, the end of the wicked, man. It's not the end of the entire world, because the book of Ecclesiastes says the earth abideth forever, man. So the earth will never be utterly destroyed. All right, destruction will happen on the earth, but the earth will never be completely done away with, man. All right, so we're coming into the end of the world. So now Yahweh Shai is going to say some signs to show you what time we're in, man. And again, not the end of the world, but the end of an age, man. An end of an era. All right, Matthew 24:4. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right? Because we've heard of wars and rumors of wars. We've been through World War One, World War Two, the Vietnam War, all these other types of wars. And that's just the Babylonian wars, or wars that Babylon was involved in too. That's not talking about these wars that these other nations get into with each other, man. All right, so there's always been war. Shit, Babylon's been at war for the majority, over 80% of its existence, man. So we've always heard of wars and rumors of wars, but see that, but the end is not yet. But this third world war is a sign of the end too, man. All right, that's the main war that describes that the scriptures talk about, and the end times comes, man. All right, Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. Right. So now we're seeing earthquakes in diverse places, man. So now let's go to Matthew 24:7 in the NLT. Nation will go to war against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world. Right. So while we're seeing this a rare earthquake in Florida, this is a diverse place for earthquake to be, according to the map of tectonic plates. And also, I believe it was around August 2022 when an article came out and said there was 30,000 earthquakes in Antarctica. All right, and if you see on the bottom of this map, it shows the edge of Antarctica, but it's nowhere near the edge of a tectonic plate. So you see a tip of it near the edge of a tectonic plate, but 30,000 earthquakes in a place like this, not near any edges, that's a diverse place, man. Man, let me just double check that, man. I'm just gonna type in 30,000 earthquakes and duck duck go, cause I believe it was 2022 August, or it could have been 2023. Oh, that's not it, but that's another one. More than 30,000 earthquakes trace the movement of magma. Seismometers near Iceland's, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one, volcanic system pinpointed thousands of earthquakes in 2014 and 2015, revealing where molten rock was moving underground before any eruptions occurred. Alright, so let's go back to the map of tectonic plates. I believe, oh yeah, so Iceland, I believe, is there, and that's Greenland up here. So Iceland is here, and it is on the edge of a tectonic plate. But this is not the article I was looking for. I'm just gonna type it Antarctica too. I could have sworn, but hey, prove all things, man. So, yep. When was this? Oh, wow. Slovakia, 2020. December 18th, 2020. 30,000 earthquakes near Antarctic Peninsula. All right, so now, does it show where? Does it show a map at least? Because, okay, so I believe that is near the plate. So, Slovakia, I could have been wrong about that. Because that's a peninsula there. A peninsula is a piece of land that's not an island where three sides of it are covered by water. It's like Florida is a peninsula because the west, the east, and the south of Florida is surrounded by water, but the north of Florida is not. So basically, this part of Antarctica right here is a peninsula, and the peninsula is right on the edge. So if all 30,000 earthquakes happen here, it is still a diverse place, you know, but it's not as diverse as if it would have happened over here somewhere. All right, let me just double check according to the map. See, it doesn't really show exactly where. Antarctica rocked by 30,000 tremors in 3 months. December 16th, 2020. It, 60-mile wide ocean channel between the South Shetland Islands and the Antarctic Peninsula. Yeah, Khan. So I believe that is that place by the little tip pointing out. Yep, Khan. So the Antarctic Peninsula is just south of Chile and Argentina. So if we go to the tectonic maps, so this is it right here. So, yep. Hey, this is why, we gotta prove all things, man. But nonetheless, it's still 30,000 earthquakes in one region. It's still earthquakes in diverse places. Matthew 24 and 8, all these are the beginnings of sorrows, man. So, hey, with these signs coming up, man, it shows you that we're about to enter into the time of Jacob's trouble, man. A time like never before, all right? We're about to enter into World War III, you know. When I say we, I'm not talking about me as, like I'm taking a side in this race, man. When I say we, I'm talking about the inhabitants of the world, man. The entire world, all right? The inhabitants of cosmos, all right? Second Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the science paths which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right? When we see parts of the science path, we understand what time it is, man. And I was just meditating on it, like, if I thought this happened, the 30,000 earthquakes happened in 2022, but it really happened in 2020, that goes to show you how the Lord is shortening the days, as he said he would in Matthew 24, man. Because all this is just a blur, man. This felt like this happened last year, but it really happened damn near over 3 years ago, man. Hey, if we make it to December in this place, man, it'll be 4 years ago. But Lord willing, we will make it there, man. Second Ezra 9:3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Right? Because the Lord declares the end from the beginning, man. And that's a power that you cannot comprehend. The Lord tells you how he's going to destroy you before he even created you. The Lord told us how he's going to, save us before he even created us, man. All right? That's truly a magnificent power, man. Truly magnificent. In the true definition of the word, man. A lot of people say words not knowing what they mean, man. Or they use words, and they use words incorrectly. Like, they'll say, oh, this steak is amazing. No, man, it might be delicious, but it's not really amazing, right? Magnificent, impressively beautiful, elaborate, or extravagant, striking, very good, or excellent, right? Impressively beautiful, elaborate. The Lord is elaborate in his plans, man, and his technique, man. All right, to map out the lives of billions of souls and decide what's going to happen with them for multiple lifetimes and multiple generations, and decide what's going to happen to them or how they will link up one way or another, from the beginning before you even do it. It's crazy, man. And this is why, speaking as a man, I believe that no plan a man creates will go 100% as planned, right? Because we don't have that power, right? The Lord will never give us that power. Yeah, we might have an idea or a plan or a hope, but there will be some stumbling blocks along the way, right? Because we don't have the power to do whatever we want. It's really the Lord giving us the ability to do whatever he allows us to do, man. Or gives us the ability to live out his plan that he has for us, man. All right, we're dealing with a different type of power, so it requires a different type of respect, man. You can't be calling him nicknames like Yah, Yahweh, shit like that, man. You call him as he commands you call him, man. The Lord said his name is one, man. All right, he doesn't have multiple names. You see a lot of false prophets out there calling on Christ, man. All right, keep playing with this power if you want to, man. But I'm going to wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you, until next time, I want to say shalom and a ball to a ball.